Losing muscle while undergoing a cutting phase. So this tends to be a very common mistake or common problem that individuals have when undergoing a lengthy or intense prep phase or cutting phase, and something that I believe I have made the mistake of doing in the past. There are three main reasons in my eyes why you would start to lose muscle when undergoing a cutting phase or a prep phase. Number one would be protein isn't adequate for your body weight, or you aren't hitting enough protein within your macronutrient profile. So you need to really take a look at your macros and see what you're hitting on a day-to-day basis, because most individuals will be overshooting the carbs and overshooting the fats and kind of making up for it with, not adequate levels of protein. Your protein wants to be at about 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight, but when undergoing a cutting phase and you are going quite intense, calories are at a lot lower point and output is at a higher place. You do want to keep it on the latter end, so I would always push to about 2 grams per pound of body weight or just under that to ensure you're recovering, your recovery's on point, you're keeping your muscle tissue that you've acquired throughout your bulking season or throughout your years of training, and not letting yourself get too flat. So, optimizing those refeeds and ensuring that you're not digging a hole too deep that you can't get out of. Number two would be changing training styles. So a lot of individuals go from a bulking phase where they are training heavy, training to failure, doing top sets and a few back offs or doing an intensifier. And then when they go to the cutting phase, they start to do really high reps. They start to change the whole training style. And this is a recipe for disaster. So you want to ensure you're still training heavy, you're still hitting those heavy top sets, because that's what's built your muscle and that is what is going to keep your muscle and your frame throughout this phase. Number three would be overall output is way too high from the get-go. So when a lot of clients come to me, or I see it around the gym, a lot of individuals start a cutting phase or they undergo, like a shredding phase for summer, they will instantly bump the cardio up to 1 hour, 1.5 hours a day. And it'll be a very intense form of cardio, such as the stairs or the bike or something of this nature. With my clients, I like to start tools. So I see these things as tools that you can use throughout the phase. And we want to use as little tools as possible when we first start the cut. So we'll start off with as high calories as possible, whilst, just under maintenance. And then we will start with maybe less cardio, so light intensity, steady state cardio. For some individuals with a really fast metabolism, we might just bump the steps up a little bit and slowly start to pull carbs down and slowly start to play with the macros in the beginning stages of this prep. As the prep goes on and the duration carries on, we continue into week 6, week 7, we'll then start to titrate different variables and up expenditure in terms of intensity via cardio or duration via cardio. But this is something we do later down the line when we need to do it. As I say, a lot of individuals will start to do this from the get-go, and then by the end of this duration, they've lost a lot of muscle, they're very stringy, and it's just not a good look, especially if you're going on stage. So they're my 3 top tips to ensure you don't lose muscle whilst undergoing a cutting phase.